All right, are you all ready on Francisco Yanez? All right, court is calling 2024 CR 011037 State versus Francisco Yanez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Edelman.
Valentina Coker on behalf of Mr. Yanez.
And are you Mr. Yanez?
Right.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery? And did you review it with your client? Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case? Mr. Yanez, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Yanez, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with evading arrest detention with previous conviction? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe he is and he was.
Mr. Yanez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
Oh, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am. I was born and raised here in San Antonio.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed under 1244 at 118 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's a $1,000 fine and no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any such motions? Then to the offense as charged, how do you plea? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Should be contained in Exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
No objections.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, if you understand, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, just if the court would follow the plea bargain agreement.
All right, why did you do this? Why did you go into Whataburger, take a cup,
Oh, I didn't
not
have.
pay?
I didn't have no. I asked the cashier. I asked the cashier employee if she could help me out, if she could give me a cup of water, but she told me that they don't give out no cups of water, that I had to purchase a drink and I have no money.
So why do you think that translate into you can just take it?
I don't know. I really don't know what I was thinking, man, to be honest.
So here's the thing, when you don't have money to pay for something and somebody does not want to give it to you for free, that doesn't mean you get to steal it. That's a crime. Nobody owes you water. Nobody owes you a soda. And according to this, you took the cup and then
I-
went and got soda.
Accidentally reached over the counter and grabbed the styrofoam.
No, you didn't accidentally reach over. You reached over the counter and you took the cup. If you want to get water and somebody doesn't want to give it to you for free, you got to get a job and pay for your own water. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 118 days in the Bear County Jail. Under 1244, give you credit for any time served. There's $1,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. There's to be no contact with the Whataburger at 412 East Commerce Street, San Antonio, Texas 78205. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So why don't you have employment?
I was working on a table, ma'am, to be honest.
Working where?
Yard service. I know a guy that does yard service. I usually just go with him in the mornings and go to yard service with his clients.
Well, I mean,
And
why don't you have
I
a,
just got I was getting assistance from him for hope from the resource center. They helped me get my Texas state ID, which was mailed at my aunt and uncle's address, 8603 Standing Bear. So my right now my Texas state ID is over at my aunt and uncle's address.
but no, so you're still not
Social
asking the
Security.
question. My question is, why don't you have regular employment?
Because I was getting I was in the process of getting my Texas state ID.
Why don't you have an ID?
I ended up losing it, or it got stolen. And my social security should be my property. So for right now, I got my Texas state ID and my aunt's house, and my social security is in my property.
And where's your family? Your
Uh,
mom, your dad?
my mom was never there.
So was Child Protective Services involved?
I was really my father raising us, raising me and my brothers and my aunt and uncle. That's really my only supportive system. My aunt and uncle and my father.
So how are you going to stop from being back here again? Because if you don't get your life in order, you're going to end up back here, and this is a felony conviction now. You understand? So what are your plans?
I mean, I really should have just gone ahead for hope, and I shouldn't have done what I did over there.
No, I understand that, but
Gone
now,
ahead, like if I need food or I need somewhere to stay, I should have just gone ahead for hope. And if I would have just gone ahead for hope, none of this would have happened.
well, I mean, none of this would happen
I
if
would have been
you,
able to avoid all
how far
this.
did you go to school? How far
I
did you go to school?
graduated high school.
All right, so what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
I mean, I usually just find employment or work under the table, ma'am.
Well, here's the thing, working under the table is not good, because working under the table means that you're not paying taxes. And when you're not paying taxes, at some point in time, the government is going to catch up with you. So the reason why I'm asking you all these questions is because you've got to start thinking about what you want to do with the rest of your life. Because if you don't watch out, you're going to turn around, half your life is going to be over, and it's going to be at the Bear County Jail or at somebody's prison. Do you understand? And what's with your neck?
Hmm.
What happened to your neck?
Nothing.
Why is it all red? Isn't it?
His discretion, so.
All right. Is there an issue at the jail? Why are you scratching your neck until it turns
I
red?
was just popping my neck like that.
Okay. All right. If you have mental health issues or anything else that's going on,
Mental health.
all right. So if you talk to them at the jail, they will get you in touch with somebody who can help you. All right. Deputy Laura, could you make sure there's a notation that he's suffering from mental health issues? There was no concern on your part that he was competent? All right, just so the jail will know. All right, good luck to you.
I should be released there.
Probably at midnight or 1 a.m. You're welcome.
Holiday stretches.
All right, you too. And the lady who came back who did the UA, was it positive, negative? All right, and what's her name? Who's her attorney?
I think he said he was gonna be out of.
But he said he would do it by Zoom. All right. Christopher Rivera. Charles Gall, I'm glad you're here. She desperately needs to be in felony drug court.
I know, I was listening to that, I'm giving a heads up to Deanna right
Okay,
now.
all right, you're on this side.
I'm on the drug court attorney for this month, so there you go.
Oh, well, it's good you're here.
Yeah, I heard everything.
Oh, well, if you'll speak with Miss Abrams, and if you could call them to make sure she gets her UA today.
Right,
All right, so where are we on discovery?
this is our first setting, Mr. Rivera, I think it's all there. Mr. Rivera, I think all the discoveries there, I need a chance to go over it, Judge, and also I have in my hand a copy to get an order to get an investigator. And so we need to do that, get some time.
You could be on that side, man, and then we have to. For sure. Be walking on that.
Okay. All right, so Norma, recall this for 30 days for discovery. It's Christopher Rivera. All right, we'll see you back on January.
I'm gonna be gone that week. We
Okay.
do the following week. I'm gonna be in, my daughter's getting married.
Oh,
I'll be
congratulations.
in California, so yeah.
Okay, you need to play the song Butterfly Kisses, and then you can start crying, bawling like a baby.
Butterfly kisses. Now I get that reference. What is crying like a,
Oh, because it's people, when they hear that song, they just cry.
really?
Oh, yeah. Do you remember that song?
Butterfly, I remember Butterfly. I thought it was kind of like a hip hop 8th grade dance
No,
song.
it's not.
You sure?
Yes, you need to listen to that.
Butterfly
If
kisses.
you listen to it now, you're gonna start crying.
Okay, I need a good cry.
All right. What, all
Let's do the 16th.
right, we'll see you back on the 16th. But yeah, listen to that. And
Okay.
when you're bawling in the hallway, tell
I'll FaceTime you so you can laugh at me.
no, that's right up there with Cats in the Cradle.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh, Charles, before you leave and listen to that song, if you'll let Rashawn know. Okay, if you'll,
Listening to that song.
yes, if you'll he needs, Erminio Rangel. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
How was your vacation?
It was good, Judge. Thank you for asking.
So where are we on discovery?
Judge, I believe I have everything. I've been talking to the state this morning on this case. I think I'll need one more reset before we announce, or I guess get put on the trial docket.
All right.
Your Honor, I would like to let the court know that it seems that we're also missing hospital records. They've already been requested, but we haven't received them yet. So we'll follow up on that and make sure
Thank you.
defense gets those.
All right, Norma, give me a 30-day reset for discovery. All right, so we'll come back on January 9th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the only thing not uploaded or you all don't have is just the hospital records?
I believe so,
To my
Judge.
knowledge, yes, but I will double check on that.
All righty. All right, we'll see you then. Is there anything else you need, Mr. Rangel?
Not from the defense counsel, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Remember what page is he on? All right, Jamar Clark. Who's the attorney for Jamar Clark? Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't have any foul stories.
You don't?
Turkeys can fly, by the way. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. Let's not try that from a plane. It's been done before.
Yeah, yeah.
I miss WKRP in
Yes.
Cincinnati. That song still stays in my head.
You know, you can find it on YouTube, I think.
Yeah. Well, you know, they have it, my mom say it comes on Me TV. That's
Oh,
where you
yeah.
get a lot of great stuff. The young people will never know
Oh,
about the great show.
We got hung up on Andy and Mayberry
Oh, yeah.
during Thanksgiving.
Oh, it is so good.
Yeah.
I love the one where everybody is gossiping.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
they all-
Opie is selling the paper and what's Barney is telling me,
Yeah.
you got to put things in here that people are interested in. So they start listening to adult conversations. All right, Mr. Clark, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, I have received it and I'm satisfied they've given me all that they have anyway. And
All right, State, were you able to tender an offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
we're not taking it today, Your Honor, but I guess we could get a deadline.
Oh,
to-
no, yeah, I'll give you a plea deadline date.
and,
We're
gonna keep conferring and
All right, Norma, can you recall this for January 9th for a plea deadline date?
I have an issue with the 9th. I
Yes.
have an eye surgery. Can we do the 16th? Is that,
Norma, it's the 16th, okay? All right, we'll see you back on the 16th.
thank you very much.
All right, how many fingers am I holding up?
No.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, it's for he's the one who has
No,
the surgery.
yeah. It's
But
just,
thank you
I
for
can
helping
see,
him out.
I have an issue in this right one.
Ah,
It's-
you know, people keep telling me that I should do LASIK, but I'm like, I'll be in that
Well,
percentage
yeah.
where it's not good.
I don't, they're gonna take a cataract off, but I have something behind my eye too that's,
Ah.
it's okay. I mean, I can see, but I
Okay.
can't see well. I mean, I
Ah.
can see okay, but
At least it's not being
Yeah.
done by Doc Holliday.
no.
Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. All right, who's here on Erik Reyes?
Your Honor, President. May I approach, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, I'm just getting onto this case. The only issue that I need to look at is the video. I think there might be an operations issue on this case. The state has tendered a plea offer. I have communicated that plea offer to my client judge. She needs time to consider.
All right, is there any blood discovery or anything else of that nature?
No, Judge, that's not outstanding. I just need to take a look at the video.
All right, we can bring you back on the 9th, the 16th.
One moment, please, Your Honor.
Sure.
I'm checking consulting my calendar.
Your Honor, you said 9th or 16th.
Yes,
Was that December or January?
January.
Let's do the 16th, Judge.
All right, Norma, can you bring this back on the 16th for a plea deadline date?
Yes.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. All right,
Thank you very much,
thank
Your
you
Honor.
for dressing appropriately for court.
Appreciate you, Judge.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're good. Just take a seat, buddy. And I appreciate you. Your Honor.
Yes,
On Erik Reyes, I have the motion to sub. That way I can
sure,
get the video discovery. I appreciate you, Your Honor.
sure. Mr. Reyes,
Yes, Your Honor.
hi, do you have any objection to counsel substituting in?
No, I do not.
All right, thank you.
Just get to see one of it.
Ruben, John Magallanez.
Present, Judge.
All righty. All right, where are we on this case?
Discovery is, as far as I'm aware of, I'm in possession of the totality of discovery that the state has in their file. The state has just offered a plea for my client. He has 2 pre-filed cases on the misdemeanor level.
Mhm.
Prosecutor needs time, state needs time to basically talk with the other prosecutors on those 2 cases before we can finalize the plea offer.
All right, so I'm gonna put, you all need to do that off docket. I'm gonna put this down for a plea deadline date on January 16th as well.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you have them come back January 16th for a plea deadline date,
Thank you
Right.
very much, Judge. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
thank you.
May I be excused?
Once he signs the reset form.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Do I have a seat over there?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Jenny Tim,
Oh, I'm here for Your Honor.
thank you. Good morning. So did you receive all of the discovery on this case?
Today, Your Honor, I
Okay.
picked up 2 discs, and I'd respectfully ask the court for 30 days to review all of the blood discovery.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset?
7th? January 7th?
All right, we'll come back on January 7th. And state on January 7th, you need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Your Honor, we received a new offer today. We are
Okay.
likely going to accept the offer at the next setting. I'm
All
gonna
right,
review it
then.
with my client. If possible, Your Honor, is it possible to do the 6th,
Norma?
the Monday?
All right, so January 6th then will be your plea deadline date. All right, thank you for addressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Delacruz, you can come forward now. Norma, give me a set-in for January. He wants late January. All right, we're gonna recall you back for 21st. Your attorney has surgery.
Oh, okay.
All right, so they'll give you a reset form. Do not leave until you've been given the reset form. So just have a seat and they will call you up to sign it. All right, thank you. Okay, what page is she on? All right. And Ms. Delacruz, you need to make sure you're on time
I'll be
next time,
ready
you
for
understand?
one. He's gonna join the Zoom right now.
Doris Dixon?
Hi, Judge.
Hi.
With regard to Ms. Dixon, Judge, it's an off-docket matter. She's not on, she's currently on probation, but she came in of her own will this morning. I know that the court does like for people when they have issues to come through.
Yes.
Probation has notified me that she's doing quite well.
Mhm.
And there's only some fees left outstanding. We wanted to see if the court would consider setting this in January for compliance. I do intend on filing a motion for early termination for the court to consider, Judge.
Mhm.
But I know she came in today, and you have her file and she's here, but we're wanting to see if we can get that setting to just hope. I know she'll continue to do well. And then hopefully status check her then to consider that, Judge.
All right. Do you know if the state has any objection or no?
I spoke to the state briefly. At this point, I believe they probably need to look into it further, Judge.
Okay.
But in speaking with probation, I did get an update and I did notify the state as to how she's doing on probation. She's been on probation, it's my understanding, for a number of years, I think 5 years at this point.
Mhm.
And it seems that all that's left is financials, but
Probation. On Dixon, are you all gonna have any objection to terminating her?
Judge, I would have to, I don't believe so.
So do you want to call this back in December or you want to call it back in January?
preferably January, Judge. I'll be out the end of next week into the new year. If we could
All right.
do or sometime
What
early January.
Date, January.
The 9th or the 16th.
The 9th would be great.
I can
All
do
right.
that.
So we'll bring you back on January 9th to consider early termination. All right, make sure that you do everything correctly, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
God bless.
Oh, thank you. God bless you too.
Thank you, Judge. Okay.
Who's here on Juan Uribe?
Your review is on Zoom.
All right, have you all received a verdict yet?
We did,
Oh,
and they sent it away.
Oh.
They looked like it a long time.
all right. On this case, it's for PTD.
Yes, ma'am. And actually, Mr. Uribe had his orientation yesterday.
Okay.
So really is, once they report that to PTD office, the office here, then I expect the dismissal will come through.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset for PTD? All right, January 9th.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
And of course, you can appear by Zoom. Thank you for dressing appropriately. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank
Juan.
you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, can you tell him in Spanish to remove his hood? And his cap? Arita?
Your Honor, I'm here on that case, Judge.
All right, if you'll let him know, he needs to remove that hood. He needs to remove his cap.
Brian, si te puedes quitar la gorra y...
Oh, he did it. I believe he understands what I'm saying.
He does understand some English, Judge.
All right, you need to unmute Mr. Maldonado. All right.
Quítate de... Okay. Yeah.
All right, so we're here on the PTD. Can you tell me what's the status, Alberto?
Yes, Your Honor, the documents were signed last week, and I have sent them over to the pretrial diversion paralegal Lucy Salinas. And I believe that the state has received them. I got notification at 12:34 a.m. that that document is now discoverable. So I can only assume that it is made part of Mr. Arita's record with the state.
All right, so we'll recall this January 9th. And your client can appear by Zoom.
Okay, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Can you let Norma know she can cancel the interpreter? And the lady who came back who did the UA, was it positive, negative? All right, and what's her name? Who's her attorney?
I think he said he was gonna be out of.
But he said he would do it by Zoom. All right. Ms. Rubio, if you'll come forward, please. All right, we're gonna go on the record in 2022, CR 3602, State versus Alysia Rubio. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Alexandria Vargas for the state.
For the defense?
Brandon Lopez for Ms. Rubio.
And are you Ms. Rubio?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so the previous attorney here was Anthony Cantrell, but my understanding, Mr. Lopez, that you represent Ms. Rubio as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so she entered a plea to violation of condition number 4. The court found that true. The court ordered her to take a UA. She completed the UA, and probation, what were the results?
Negative.
All right, and the results were negative. So probation and state, what were your recommendations?
We had recommended that she take a mental health evaluation and an evaluation to enter a felony drug court as well as DDRF.
All right, and I think probation, you wanted an updated TAP evaluation? All right, so based upon your negative UA, the court is going to deny the motion, and you're going to have to make sure that you make all of these appointments. Otherwise, a motion for to revoke is going to be filed. Do you understand? All right, so I'll deny the motion. We can do the TAP evaluation out of custody. And we'll do the MIC evaluation out of custody. And we'll do a referral to felony drug court out of custody. Probation, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I'm glad you were able to see your sister. All right, so just make sure that you make all of these appointments, you understand? And don't fall off the wagon. If there's something you need or some other issues, let probation know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come here. And if you think you're going to use, don't use. Pick up the phone, call probation, call your attorney, go do sober support meetings. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you. 2024 CR 1882, State versus Jeffrey Michael Olesen. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Engineer Salem.
For the defense?
Jonathan Ross for the defense, Your Honor.
And are you Jeffrey Olesen?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Olsen, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We will, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. Waiving count 1 and proceeding on count 2.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, Mr. Olsen, did you review the court admonishments and waivers with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand in count 2, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1? Penalty group 2, 1 gram to 4 grams?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe him to be competent.
All right, and do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Olsen, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 2 years in the prison. They're taking in consideration 2024 PF 18919. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged in count 2, how do you plea?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Contained in Exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We would, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We just ask the court respectfully to follow the plea agreement.
All right, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. Take in consideration 2024 PF 18919. My understanding that corresponds with 2024 CC 739546. Counsel, I'm sorry, you will have to take that.
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be no contact with Robert Charles Rigdon, Rigdon, and Serenity, Serenitty, Marie, Marie, Matts, Mateus, Mattes, and Todd, Todd, William Carrick, Karrick. And I order the therapeutic community. The therapeutic community does not increase the time you're in custody, but it's designed to help you if you have a drug problem or help you so that you will be successful and not reoffend. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
40.
All right, so here's the thing. Taking time for cases, 2 years here, 2 years there, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it starts adding up. It's similar to when you're trying to save money, and my mom always reminds me of this. You think, oh, I have great savings, right? But then you start chipping away at it. Oh, $200 here, $100 there, and then you look up, your savings are gone. If you continue the way you're continuing, you're going to look up and half your life is going to be gone. It's either going to be sent at the jail or at the prison, or either somebody's going to be identifying your body because you've gotten a hold of some bad drugs. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So when you're released from prison, if you can't find a place to go into inpatient treatment, or you can't find housing, and I'm still here, you can always come back here and I will pick up the phone and call somebody to help you. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. All right, I think that's our last case. Is that correct? All right, well.